This presentation of Red Sox Astros on NESN is presented by Amica Insurance. And tonight at Fenway, the Red Sox have a very simple task: beat Houston, and they win the American League East. The Yankees won today in New York, forcing the Sox to win one of the remaining 3 games to repeat as division champs. A very pleasant Friday evening. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Dave O'Brien. Happy to be alongside Jerry Remy and Dennis Eckersley. Guys, a lot of work still to be done here tonight. Doug Fister on the mound here in Game 2 of the series. He could use some early runs because he's facing maybe the most potent offense in all of baseball.
Oh, absolutely. I'll tell you what, this starting rotation has just not done their job this last time around the rotation. You know, they've been behind the 8 ball, giving up runs early, especially in the first inning. Now you look at his numbers, Fister, you know, the record doesn't seem that bad, but the last 3 starts haven't been that good at all. He was so good. We were talking about him for the postseason. Now he needs a start tonight desperately, not only to make them, you know, win this division, but to give him a shot going farther into being in this rotation in the playoffs.
Well, Jerry, we talk about early runs. We know what Houston could do as far as that is concerned. How about Xander Bogaerts and how important he is at the top of the order for the Red Sox?
Well, you know, Dave, it's unusual to have a guy that you can really hit almost anywhere in the lineup. And Bogaerts is that type of guy. You know, they put him in that leadoff spot, and over the last 7 games, he's really produced very well. 407 batting average, had a monster home run here the other night at 5 RBIs, but he scored 9 runs from the leadoff spot, which is pretty impressive, you know, in 7 games. So Bogaerts right now, I think, is in a very comfortable place. You know, it's been kind of a down year for him all the way around defensively, offensively, but he's picking it up at the right time as you go ahead into the playoffs. And I think the leadoff spot is where he belongs in the Red Sox lineup.
Yep, he's been taking some walks too. Yep. Very productive out of that #1 spot. See how it plays out tonight, but as of this evening, there is no more need to talk about magic numbers. All suddenly very simple. The Red Sox come into game 160 of 162, needing just to win, and the American League East is theirs again. Website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Dunkin' Donuts, America runs on Dunkin'. Lexus and the Lexus Strikes Out Hunger program. Plain Ridge Park Casino. Don't miss the Choose Your Ride giveaway Saturdays in September. The all-new Amstel X Light. Grab the 90-cal 2-carb great tasting light beer. And by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Game 2, Red Sox and the Astros. Moments. Let's get downstairs to Garen Austin now. Garen, a lot of very interested observers in that Yankee game today.
That's right, Obi. All eyes in the Red Sox clubhouse were on that Yankees-Jays game this afternoon, and since the Yankees won, and the magic number now still remains at 1. But everyone that we talked to in the Red Sox clubhouse said they will have to take care of business on their own tonight.
We have the team to do what we need to do. So, I mean, we just got to go out there and take care of business. You know, just beat them. We just got to beat them. We got to be better than them today.
It's just important for us to kind of stick to our game. We can't slug. You know, we can't do what they're doing. You know, they're first in pretty much every offensive category. You know, and so we can't really keep up with that. But what we can do is understand our identity and play our game and win them.
In his pregame press conference, John Farrell said he just wants to see this team win. Everything is on the table tonight. And when we return, Doug Fister is on the mound. Dave O'Brien, Dennis Eckersley, and Jerry Remy have the call.
Is brought to you by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Amica Insurance, great service, great coverage, and a great price. Franklin Sports, the official batting glove of Major League Baseball. And by Subaru of New England, supplying all-wheel drive vehicles with a passion for fall activities. Feels like fall. Temperatures into the low 60s. Going to get chillier tonight. And here's a look at the Astros lineup brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers. It's an outstanding lineup. We saw that last night. Springer to lead it off. Bregman homered last night. Then Altuve's hitting .350. Correa had 4 hits. Gonzalez is on fire. Then Gaddis, Beltran, Gurriel, and Fisher up against the right-hander.
Yeah, the Red Sox starting pitcher is presented by your New England Audi dealers. That is Doug Fister on the mound. You're going to try to stop this string of bad starts by the Red Sox rotation. He's had trouble in the first inning. Hopefully he can get a 0 here.
So Springer to get in. 287, 34 home runs on this all-important night. Fister's first one is in there for a strike, and we're underway. And you know the umpire is going to be very important as well for the 5-8 righty. 4.87 earned run average. He relies on that sinking fastball. They are brought to you by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Andy Fletcher has the plate. Check swing. He didn't offer. And Nick, you were so right about the first inning woes of the Red Sox starters. In 6 of the last 7 games, the starter has allowed at least 1 run for the Red Sox, and oftentimes Boston has to fight from behind.
And you know that's when they're not at their best. Obviously, when they're going good, they get ahead, they stay ahead. Hasn't been the case. Bad timing for it right now. The last 4 games.
3-1. High fly down the right field line toward the pesky pole. That one slicing foul.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, and the Red Sox 13th in the league with 105 errors on the season. Rafael Devers at third base, Xander Bogaerts the shortstop, Dustin Pedroia at second, and Mitch Moreland the first baseman. Left to right, Andrew Benintendi, Rajay Davis, and Mookie Betts, and Sandy Leon doing the catching tonight instead of Vasquez.
So Springer, a long, slow walk back to the batter's box. Had a big night last night, but it seemed all the Astros did. And he's going to start taking ball 4. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP presented by Toyota. Visit compra2toyota.com to see Toyota deals not seen on TV.
Buenas noches, amigos.
The big difference I see with this Houston team is they don't, air it out like they used to. They don't strike out. It's a decent pitch.
A lot of quality at bats.
Yeah.
Up and down. Well, they won 99 games. Beat up on the Sox 12-2 last night. That is one better forgotten quickly.
Springer at first base, 5 steals on the season, but he's been caught 7 times.
Springer very familiar with this Houston team. He pitched for them last year. He was in their rotation. And he wound up going 12-13 with a 4.64 ERA. They did not offer him a spot in the rotation for this season.
What happened was he got lit up about the last 4 or 5 starts last year. Then he couldn't find a job.
Springer running, and it's flicked foul by Bregman, who homered here yesterday. We welcome you to the deeper coverage of baseball presented by T-Mobile, and looking at the Astros ranks in the American League. Very impressive. #1s all down the line. They are the #1 hitting team in all of baseball.
That is sick right there.
So last night wasn't a fluke. With the 12 runs, they've been doing that like clockwork for A.J. Hinch, their manager.
They do it a lot of different ways too. We talk about the home run. In fact, they don't strike out. They play hit and run. They got guys that can steal. I mean, they do just about everything they can do offensively. They tried a little hit and run 2 pitches ago with Springer at first base and Bregman at the plate.
Yeah, we never see that hit and run ever.
Altuve on deck. A little bit closer that time, but Springer diving back in.
Almost caught him between steps going to second base there. Trying to get his lead out there, and almost caught him in between steps. But he's able to dive back, always to the back part of the bag.
Fischer's got a nice move. He really does. He's quick for a big guy.
6'8".
Giant guy.
Doug had no decision his last time out. 5-4. Red Sox would win at Cincinnati. He had a strange outing. 5 1/3, 9 hits, but he struck out 9. Line drive, and they're at it again. That one's going to keep rolling all the way up against the wall. Springer taking off for third base into second. Bregman, the throw there will not get him. He's got himself a double.
Well, he's hot. 7-game hitting streak now for Bregman, and he turns around an inside fastball that time. A two-seamer that was coming to the inside part of the plate, as you can see right here. And that ball sunk a little bit, but still Bregman all over it and right down that left field line.
Boy, I thought that was going to be a pretty good pitch, double play ball. Meanwhile, he just went down there and hit a bullet.
Yeah, he's swinging the bat well right now. So trouble right out of the chute.
Altuve to dig in, hitting .350 with 24 home runs. Last night he had 3 hits. He went 3 for 4 in a major league best 23 games of at least 3 hits, and he looks at a strike.
Red Sox early in the ball game playing the infield back. They're willing to give up 1 run to get an out.
Springer and Bregman in scoring position. Right back to Dale. Fister took a look, got him back to the bag, and throws out Altuve. Could be a huge first out.
Well, that pitches fundamentals right there. You get a comeback, and what do you do right away? Is spin and check that man at third base, right?
I'll tell you what, this is a great play. You're in love with this ground ball right back at you. Check the runner. All right, beautiful thing.
One thing that helps is when you get that high bounce for a pitcher too, right up around the glove area. You don't have to reach down for it. Those, the ones you got to reach down for, those are the problems.
He's got to get by Carlos Correa, though. Went 4 for 4 yesterday with a home run and 3 RBIs. His second consecutive 4-hit game. Hitting .315. He's driven in 84.
Thank you.
He'll take it.
This guy's scary, you know, kind of power he has opposite field. Hit one last night in the bullpen.
Seems like every one of their guys is hitting around 400 over the last 10 or 12 games. His last 16 games, he's hitting .377.
That's like everybody's on a streak, and big streaks. I mean, not so much as far as number of games, but 10 for 17. I mean, crazy numbers.
Yeah, really thick hitting streaks.
We need a punch out.
The man on deck, maybe their hottest hitter of all right now, Marwin Gonzalez.
You got to take a shot here at a breaking ball. Bad breaking ball. Down and away.
And the 0-2 to Correa.
Just the opposite.
He struck him out. Fastball.
Man, what a pitch. Big pitch of the game. Down and in.
Yeah, he threw a couple in this sequence that really had a lot of movement on it. Look at that ball dip and move in right at the end. He had one earlier in that at bat to Correa that he was able to foul off, but not that time. So 2 huge outs for Doug Fister.
Big pitch. That's why that pitch to Bregman wasn't that bad. That ball dipped too.
I agree.
Here's Gonzalez now. 5-game hitting streak. He's 12 for 20 in it. And really cooking, hitting .305 overall, 90 runs batted in to lead their ball club. Doug Fister trying to get out of the first inning without any runs. And in there for strike one.
Big hit last night in the first inning was Gonzalez off of Erod. Cleared the bases, double right center.
Starting him out with a curveball there, and if you recall his one hitter against Cleveland, that was his best pitch that night.
Left-handers give him trouble, but not when he's got a good curveball.
Now Christian Vasquez was in the original starting lineup today, but John Farrell made a change there to put Leon with Fister. He likes this particular twosome. He likes how they work together. So Leon's back there tonight. Second and third, 2 down. And that's a strike.
Good pitch.
Man, you get that all night, I'd stay right there. He just froze him. Ball barely caught the corner.
It's been kind of a wide strike zone so far.
This crowd trying to help Fister through this first inning.
Go back in there again or do the opposite, whatever I say.
How about that two-seam that comes back to the corner?
Yes. Nope.
Nope. Ooh.
Popped a foul out of play.
Got away with one.
Yes.
And that'll bring Leon out for a little chat.
Boy, if he would hit that ball off the wall, that would have been ugly.
Yankees won today, beating Toronto 4-0. Tanaka struck out 15 in 7 innings.
Yeah, I saw him pitch some of that game today. He was nasty. I mean, his fastball and his split both were down around knee high all afternoon, and then the split just dropping out of the strike zone. I mean, he was on top of it.
Now Fister looking for back-to-back Ks here. And now time is granted. Runners at second and third in Springer and Bregman.
Fister comes at you so quick you don't know what's happening.
Ground ball. He rolled it right to Pedroia. Dusted up and over and got him. And Fister gets out of the first. That could be huge here tonight as the Red Sox come up 0-0. Brought to you by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Xander Bogaerts leads it. Dustin Pedroia, Andrew Benintendi, Mookie Betts will be followed by Mitch Moreland, who's at first base. Hanley, the DH. Devers at third. Sandy Leon doing the catching. And Rajai Davis is in center field and hitting ninth. Against the Houston right-hander Charlie Morton, who's 13-7 with a 3.63 ERA. And really having a career year for himself. And the 0-1 socked to right field. Fisher with room though. And makes the play. Made a last-second adjustment, dipping down for that, but makes the catch.
Yeah, Charlie Morton, he's been around the block. This is his 9th year in the big leagues. He's changed his way of pitching a few times, and this year, look at the numbers. He missed the month of the season with a strained lat, but look at that, strikeouts, 159 strikeouts. This guy, good hard sinker, put away breaking ball, 6'5".
33 years old. He's out of New Jersey. Here's Dustin Pedroia trying to get hot before the postseason. 3 for his last 33. Well, he has always hit the Astros well. So he's been driving the ball, presented by Toyo Tires in his career against Houston. Dustin .386. 11 doubles, 18 runs batted in. Toyo Tires, the official tire of the Boston Red Sox. Scoreless in the first inning as the Sox come up to bat. That has not been the case lately very often. But Fister pitching out of trouble toward the shortstop. Correa fires on the move to get him. 2 up, 2 down.
Let's look at the Astros defense. They're 9th in the American League with 98 errors on the season. Alex Bregman at third base. Carlos Correa the shortstop. Jose Altuve at second. And Yuli Gurriel, the first baseman. Left to right, Marwin Gonzalez, George Springer, and Derek Fisher. And Evan Gattis doing the catching for Morton.
They'll send up Andrew Benintendi out of the 3-hole. 273. 20 home runs for the rookie. And 89 runs batted in. Last home games have been very productive for him. Last 8 home games hitting .382.
Morton's got the reverse splits, the dreaded reverse splits. Left-handed hitters hitting $170 off him. Right-handers hitting much better.
He's got a big fastball, cutter, splitter, occasional change up to a lefty.
Right now he's just coming after everybody with fastballs. The one to Pedroia looked like it turned over a little bit for that ground ball to shortstop.
This guy used to be a ground ball machine. More fly balls this year.
And more strikeouts.
Yes, look at that thing.
That's a splitter right there. That's a split-fingered fastball dipping down and away.
It's a hard one.
His average fastball velocity this year is 96 miles an hour. In his career coming into this season, it was 92. So he's really humped it up.
He's having trouble agreeing with the catcher, Gaddis.
Two down, bases empty.
After that split.
He came into this one with 159 strikeouts in 141 in the third innings. Typically a ground ball guy, but more of a strikeout guy this year.
I want to say that's a split, but it looks like a changeup, circle changeup, hard one.
Here's that grip. You can see the changeup grip right there, circle change, and that ball obviously dipping down and out of the strike zone, bouncing to Gaddis. But yeah, the pitches I thought were splits were actually changeups.
3-2. And he took it for strike three. So that'll retire the side. Morton gets him 1-2-3 after one no score at Fenway. Coors Light looking at the best records in the majors. Dodgers out in front with 102. The Astros trying to get to 100 wins. Up the middle, Gaddis sliding stab. Bogarts, he guns. He got him. Well, the first outstanding defensive play of the night.
Yeah, it's nice. I didn't know which way he was going to go, whether he was going to dive, hands first, but he goes into a slide to make the catch and bounces right back up, throws a strike to first base. Nice play by Bogarts at shortstop.
Very nice. I think he knew Gaddis was running, so he didn't have to really hurry up with this thing, but a beautiful play.
Yeah, I thought he was going to dive for it at first. Instead, he slides for it.
So one gone, and that brings up the 40-year-old Carlos Beltran. Their designated hitter, hitting just .230 with 14 homers. Carlos has started a relief fund for the devastation that Hurricane Maria brought to Puerto Rico. He tags that one deep to right field. Racing back Mookie Betts, turning on it now, and he's got it. That fund, by the way, has already raised about $1.3 million.
Oh, good. That's great.
Sent that one a long way, but 2 down. That'll bring up Yuli Gurriel, the first baseman, 297, 18 home runs. First baseman from Cuba with the bases empty.
Boy, you got Fister start rocking and rolling. Here he goes, a little paint, then a little curveball.
It's like he took a little something off that curveball. Slower.
0-2. No, Fister allowed a walk and a double, the first too many faced in the first inning, and strikes out this man and gets him 1-2-3 in the second. Red Sox coming up 0-0 in the bottom of the second. Time at the Geico Red Sox moment, honoring the 07 Red Sox World Championship in game number 160 that year. The Red Sox would beat the Twins 5-2. Daisuke got his 15th win. And Mookie Betts to lead off here in the second against Charlie Morton. Mookie came back to the lineup after missing a couple of games last night, and he went 0 for 3 with a walk. So that snapped the 15-game hitting streak that he had against the Houston Astros. Behind third, charge by Bregman, is really one of the best in the game and got him at first base. He's unknown, but can really play defensively.
Yeah, he got rid of that ball very, very quickly down at third base. He had to with Betts going down the line. Also a nice play by Gurriel at first base. Here's that throw going toward the dugout. It bounces at first base, and Gurriel's able to make the play on the other end. So 2 nice plays on that.
Bregman has the #1 fielding percentage of all American League third baseman. Here's Mitch Moreland, 245 with 22 home runs. He has come alive again offensively the last couple of nights, with home runs in his last 2 games, 3 in his last 6.
That hanger last night, that slider, beautiful thing to hit out. It's like a healthy strike zone early on here.
Right through there for a strike. Back to that home run cut.
Yeah, back-to-back nights where you had almost the same pitch. Breaking ball that was the middle of the plate in, and both ended up as home runs.
He's been streaky with the long ball this season. On the infield, hit softly. Long run in. Correa flips it and got him. Fine play there to get the second out of the inning.
Yeah, just a little shuffle pass that time by Correa, who had to really go a long way. You know, Altuve was back, and there's no way he's going to get to the ball in time. So Correa covers all that ground, and right out of the webbing of the glove, flips to first base to get the out. You see where Altuve is? He's back in the shift. He's got no chance at it. Heads up play by the shortstop right there.
Well, he is a great player. He's so athletic. Everything went perfect on that play. He's a big dude now, too. Huh?
Yeah, he is. Big shortstops.
Hanley takes a ball away. 241, 23 homers. He's driven in 61 runs. He has a little 3-game hitting streak. And the hope is he has come alive at just the right time here as the Red Sox move to postseason play. In there for a strike.
Man, that's hot, isn't it? 97, getting it. Hadn't got time to sink. That ball, he wanted to sink that ball, kind of cut on him.
The 1-1.
Now that was 96, and it did sink a little bit.
I mean, this guy's got nasty stuff.
Right at the end, you'll see the ball dip just a little bit at 96 miles an hour. Hanley swinging on top of it.
On 2, got a piece to hang in there.
Then he aired it out cross seam 98 with a little
Wanted to spend most of his career with the Pittsburgh Pirates, 7 years there.
You know, this guy's like almost 20 games under 500. And he throws great.
This has been the best season of his career. He's a 10-year big league veteran. This is his most productive year. The 1-2.
Whoa.
Didn't get it.
And fortunate for Hanley Ramirez, that ball was right at the bottom of the strike zone, but not called a strike.
Yeah, you got to sit down right there. Thank you.
Andy Fletcher behind a plate tonight. 2-2. Breaking ball got him. He struck him out, and second strikeout for Morton gets the Red Sox 1-2-3.
Red Sox push for the AL East is with MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball. Enjoy game day, live game video highlights, StatCast, and more. Download MLB.com at bat today.
Fister back to work here in the third inning. No score. They'll get the 9-man Fisher and then Springer and Bregman for the second time. He breezed through the second inning, 1-2-3 with a K, has 2 strikeouts. Fisher just a .213 hitter with 5 home runs, so maybe the only semi-break in their lineup. At least as far as a guy not being as hot as a firecracker coming in, but he lines that one into left field, wouldn't you know it, and picked up by Benintendi. So he scalded that one. And their second hit. Let's get down to Guerin.
Thanks, Obi. Well, George Springer and his family organized a supplies drive for victims of Hurricane Harvey in his hometown of New Britain, Connecticut. Springer told me that he wishes he could take credit for it, but it was all his family. They called him up and told him their idea, and he could not have been more excited. 3 tractor trailers filled with water bottles and supplies for victims were collected, and Springer said that he was not surprised by the generosity of New Englanders because they're very caring people. But guys, he said he was very surprised by the amount of donations they were able to collect.
Well, George, of course, out of New Britain and walked his first time in the first inning. And out of that leadoff spot, he's hit 34 home runs. He'll lay off, and that's in there for a strike, according to Fletcher.
Boy, that is a beautiful thing. You get that all night long? Why even throw a strike?
Well, it seems like that side of the plate very wide, isn't it?
Another one, slider. He's quick over there.
Yeah, for a big guy, he's got very quick feet to first base. A lot of tall, lanky guys you can get a really good jump on, but he's got a quick move.
Ball's way outside.
0-1. Runs up and in.
He's got a plan out there. He doesn't throw 2 pitches, the same pitch twice.
Springer with the first American League season leading off with 30 home runs since Mike Trout a few years ago. Dribbler here. They'll throw on to get him. And Fisher is safely down to second base with 1 away.
What a great pitch. He did throw the same pitch twice. Every time I say something, he does just the opposite, but it works out great. Look how he gets jammed here. Back-to-back sinkers down. Well, doesn't really sink that much, but he gets kind of caught up. Jammed him off the label. This is a nice play, but he's a good athlete for being 6'8". Bounces off the mound.
Yeah, consider the fact he's fallen off toward the first base side, had to rush back to the third base side, play it with his bare hand and get that out at first base. Nice play.
Here's Bregman. He doubled in the first inning. And he'll look at a strike, and again, borderline.
Tell you what, you're going to be out there all night long, right?
Oh, yeah.
Man.
You're going to count on it. Then you go there for strike 3 and he might not give it to you.
1 down, a man at second. He fouled it away.
Tonight, after Red Sox coverage, NESN Sports Today will save you time with the latest breaking news, including a report from Bruins practice and a preview of Pat's game on Sunday against the Panthers. NESN Sports Today is presented by People's United Bank. See what know-how could do.
Altuve next. Fisher at second, 1 gone.
Yeah, Fisher with 3 steals on the season, caught 3 times, just keeping an eye on him.
Bregman with a 2-run homer in the monster seats last night, but he won't go after that one. 1-2.
Back inside. Back outside.
Base hit. Fisher into third. They're going to wave him in. Betts throw, bit up the line to tag, and he's safe. Never got him, and down to second base safely is Bregman.
It's probably a good thing he didn't slide right there. Could have slowed him down.
I tell you what, Bregman, you know, pull the ball one time for a double, this time go to the opposite field. A strong throw by Betts, but it's going to be up the third base line, as you can see right there. By the time Leone reaches over, no chance to get to Fisher, who scores the run. That's some nice opposite field hitting right there by Bregman.
It really is. He went down and hit it hard that way. Ball off the plate.
So the Astros strike first here tonight. It's a base hit. He takes second on the throw, and will bring up Altuve with a man in scoring position. He is grounded sharply back to the pitcher, 0 for 1. Perhaps the front runner for the MVP in the American League.
Good hook.
I like that pitch. He takes something off that curveball. It's a little bit slower than most curveballs.
You'd think he'd go to more sliders with right-handed hitters, but that's effective.
Downstairs, 1-1.
I'll tell you what, everything to Altuve looks like it's right down the middle. Not that pitch, but you know, because he's so small, it looks like every pitch he hits is just perfect for him. Maybe that's because he's such a great hitter and he just smokes everything.
Ground ball to the right side. That'll be fielded by Moreland. He'll go to the bag. Down to third, Bregman. And there are 2 gone.
One more look at the throw from Betts in right field. Strong throw from Mookie, but up that third base line. A couple of hops to Sandy Leone, but Leone could not get back in time as he had to creep almost in foul territory, was in foul territory, to make the play on that second hop.
I didn't see anybody telling him what to do.
No.
Did you?
Sometimes you don't see that hardly at all. They just forget. It's a job of the on-deck batter to get up there and tell them to slide or not slide.
Correa, and right through that one, a 74-mile-an-hour curveball. He's 0 for 1, struck out first inning.
Boy, that throws your timing all off. He had a pretty decent swing at it.
1-1. Win tonight, blowing out more to left field than anything. Last night was very blustery. And it caused some havoc in the game early, and that's going to be in there for a strike.
It's been a good pitch for him so far, that fastball, that two-seam fastball inside to the right-handed hitters.
I mean, he's got to do it. I mean, to be good, that's what he's got to do.
Bregman off the bag at third and rolled foul. The Red Sox team does not want to go into the weekend without the division wrapped up. At the moment, a 2.5 game lead thanks to the Yankee victory earlier today. And Pfister with a 1-2. Ran inside, he fouled it away.
Boy, he got that breaking ball on his mind. You can't get to that ball inside.
That's how we got him back in the first inning. That's almost that same pitch. Got him for a strikeout. That time he just barely fouled it off.
Make a good hitter look real bad. Enough nerve. He gonna go away again? Back in there. Whoa.
2-2. Correa, 24 home runs. That's the new franchise record for a shortstop for Houston. Pfister with a long look in to Leone, and now the 2-2. And he got him, struck him out.
Frozen.
Held that runner at third base, but 1 run does score, and it's 1-0 Astros in the third. Houston on top here 1-0 as we move to the last of the third inning. Devers will lead things off against Morton. So far 6 up 6 down against the right-hander. Raphael 286, 10 home runs. And the Sox looking for their first base runner tonight. High pop up to center. Springer has all evening to get under this one. One down. Tonight's suits are designed by Joseph Aboud, custom made in the USA of fine Italian fabrics, available at Men's Warehouse. Text NESN to 66960 to receive a coupon for $20 off your next purchase of $100 or more in Men's Warehouse. Data rates may apply.
A couple of things. Now, first of all, tonight, did you see him last night, Eck, with his hair all over the place?
No, I didn't.
He was not combed. The wind got a hold of it. But I like that look where the body's warm, but the guns are hanging out.
Yeah, a little T-shirt with a little down coat, huh?
Yeah, a little $150 T-shirt.
At least. Sandy Leon in the lineup.
Yeah, he can't wear a $10 T-shirt.
No.
No way.
He's got his name all over clothes.
Right.
Rajai Davis on deck.
I'll tell you what, this Morton 6'5" reminds me of Roy Halladay. I don't know what it is. A few years back, I think he had mentioned that he wanted to, sort of pitch his style, and I think he's found it. It's been a while. He's been doing it quite a while. The hands over the head.
That's a really good call. He works quickly. He looks very similar taking the signs. You mentioned the hands coming over the head. Now that you mention it, it does.
Remember how he did?
1-2. And he froze him in there, strike 3.
Man.
Came back with a curveball to sit him down.
Yeah, that's nasty, because you just give up on that. You think that ball's going to be way outside, and instead, look where it starts. It starts on the right-hander hitter's batter's box.
And that got plate. A lot of times you see it go around, but it got plate late.
You're giving up on that about 10 feet in front of home plate.
Rajai getting the start in center field tonight. Jackie Bradley with the night off, and he's been slumping. Davis 234 and 29 stolen bases. Sox trail 1-0. Here in game number 160. To the right side, and Altuve gets him to retire the side. Red Sox for the third inning in a row are set down in order. Teams celebrate a postseason berth when they can still win the division. Text 1 for yes, 2 for no. Text or answer to 536-536. Message and data rates may apply. Should a ball club celebrate a postseason berth when they can still win the division?
Yeah, you don't see them jumping up and down as soon as unless they win the division.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, what guys are going to do. I would agree with you. I'd say, win the division if you got a chance, obviously, and then celebrate. And but some guys can't help themselves. Some teams can't help themselves.
And of course, as the Red Sox plan, they did not celebrate when they clinched at least a wild card spot.
By the time you win the World Series, you have partied like there's no tomorrow. Huh?
There's a lot of parties.
There's some goggles you got,
Yeah.
And some dry cleaning bills.
We didn't have those goggles back then.
No.
I could have used some goggles.
A 3-0 in there for a strike on Gonzalez. It's not like it was a brilliant invention. You guys should have thought about that.
I know.
You had plenty of opportunities.
Burn your eyes. Really.
A 3-1 to Gonzalez. Gaddis on deck. Well, he's always been a good fielder. Most sinker ballers are, and he makes another good play to get Gonzalez.
That ball found his glove, I'm telling you.
Yeah, we talked earlier in the game about the high ones, the big bounces, and then this one stays low. This is really tough. Watch how low he has to go to make this play, right down there on his knees. And Gonzalez stopped running. As soon as he caught that ball, he didn't even run. Strolling back to the dugout.
So here comes Gaddis, the burly catcher, 0 for 1 with a grounder short.
It's like Bogsy's beard, doesn't it?
Ace ticket. Sox in the playoffs, and Ace has your ticket. Treat yourself for someone special with tickets to a game, all backed with a 200% guarantee. Visit aceticket.com now or call 1-800-MY-SEATS. El Oso Blanco, his nickname when he played in Venezuela. The White Bear. As he rockets that one. Nice play by Devers. Snatching that one off near the line for the second out.
Wow.
That White Bear hit a bullet.
Yeah, he certainly did. And very quick reactions down there by Devers. Now watch Devers set up. That ball almost went through the webbing of the glove. That was a certain double down that left field line.
This game is being played at a playoff level. High deep drive to left center field. On the move is Davis. He's there and will make the play right front of the monster for out number 3. So Pfister gets him in order with some help.
Now for the 2018 season, providing the best seat locations, prices, and benefits Fenway Park has to offer. For more information, visit redsox.com/season tickets or call 877-RED SOX 9.
1-0 Houston. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Sox just need a base runner. They haven't had one yet against Morton.
Yeah, we got to get somebody on base, get him in the stretch. This Roy Halladay thing is not working out too good so far. Maybe in the stretch you'll get him.
It's working out pretty well for him.
Yeah.
Got the Red Sox in order in the first, second, and third, with a strikeout in each inning. That one came back to bite Gaddis. It bit the bear.
He is a big dude, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
What'd you call him again? The white what?
The white bear.
The white bear.
El Oso Blanco. CVS Health is investing $50 million over 5 years to extend their commitment to helping people lead tobacco-free lives, moving us one step closer toward a tobacco-free generation. Learn more at cvshealth.com/be-the-first. So 2 strikes on Xander. He was settled in very nicely into that leadoff spot, a 7-game hitting streak. And during the streak, he's 11 for 27.
Morton's got that sweeping breaking ball. That thing breaks a couple of feet.
I mentioned his strikeouts are way up. Still gets a lot of ground balls. Missed all of June with a right lat strain. 1-2 off the plate.
He seems to be getting hurt a lot. Last year was a hamstring. Year before that was hip surgery.
Popped up into short right. Altuve and Gurriel out, and Altuve will make that catch. Every once in a while he'll make a play like that, won't he? Kind of a basket play.
Yeah, he just makes everything look easy. You know, I mean, that's an over the head catch, and he just turns it into a little basket play.
Jerry, you ever done this?
No, I'd be scared to death if I ever did that and dropped it.
I would look at you like, what are you doing?
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, how can I give that kind of an effort to the pitcher? I mean, I can't do it.
You're too school for school. It's like,
it's not that easy.
I know.
He does make it look easy.
He does.
Probably gets bored with some of these plays.
Do you do that? I'll bet neither one of you ever would admit you were bored when you were out there playing. You've said you were scared to death every time you took them out.
Every time.
I mean, all through your great years, you were scared to death.
Always. Every game.
You feel that way as well?
Absolutely.
I'm scared now, Jerry.
I'm still scared doing this.
Pedroia 0 for 1. He is grounded to short. Another one of the Red Sox trying to heat up before October. 386 in 32 career games against the Astros. This might be the team to do it against. Maybe seeing an awful lot of them in the days to come.
It used to drive me crazy, you know, when you watch guys. I think of Freddie Lynn, you know, they just made everything look easy and there was no problem, you know. You know, something goes wrong, no big deal. You get I mean, I couldn't be like that.
That's because they were really good.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah,
you know, like
really good.
I'm not really good.
So it's really seated in envy, right?
Yeah, a little.
Well, I'm not envy. You know, it's just like, how can they be like this? How can they be so relaxed and enjoying the game so much?
Yeah, having fun.
Yeah.
Fun? I never had fun.
Benintendi's like that.
Yeah, fun. These guys are killing me with this fun stuff.
1-2. Softly toward third. Bregman scoops and we'll get him. 2 down. I think Andrew Benintendi has all that talent, oozing all that talent, and he's like that.
He might be having fun.
He's having a lot of fun.
It's tough to tell if he's having fun because he never shows any emotion, you know, one way or the other.
Yeah, it's true.
But he's just cool, calm. He's been that way since day one. Like right now, I'm walking up to the box and
I'm like a nervous wreck.
I get it. That's the only way I could play.
Yeah.
I don't think Andrews ever had a nervous day on a baseball diamond.
No.
In his whole life. Struck out in first inning. 1-0 Houston in the fourth.
But you're really saying that the game comes easier for some guys than others. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I think it does. You know, it depends on personality, ability. I mean, I didn't have the kind of ability where I could just run out there every day and say, good things are going to happen. You know, when it's all said and done, I'll be about 305 and, you know, I'll have 40 steals. No big deal. I'm sorry. It doesn't work that way.
Yet you were an all-star. Both of you guys were all-stars.
Yeah, but it didn't matter.
I was grinding.
You were both grinding.
I was grinding. I never wanted, if I went in the dugout and had everything's going good, I'm not smiling.
No.
I am not smiling and talking to you and stuff.
You can turn like that.
Yes. It's like, and sometimes it did. You know, if I said something, I'd go back saying, what did I do that made this tide turn? You know, it's a very superstitious game, to say the least.
2 down and a 1-1. Red Sox still have not put anyone to first base. 11 in a row, retired by Morton. And he has a slender 1-0 lead. Well, count goes to 3-1. This is a guy who throws a lot of strikes.
He should get something to hit right here.
And a ground ball, he pulls foul.
Stay tuned for Red Sox Final, presented by Plainridge Park Casino. TC and Tim Wakefield will have your highlights and scores from around the major leagues.
Now you wonder if Benintendi will get an opportunity this weekend to steal a base. Got 20 home runs, 19 steals. Not many rookies go 20-20. And the 3-2 to the second baseman, Altuve. That's a routine inning for Morton. So through 4 innings, the Red Sox are being completely shut down. Fifth inning underway, and a base hit up the middle on the very first pitch by Yuli Gurriel, who had struck out in the second. That means all 4 hits in the game belong to the Houston Astros. So the number 8 hitter aboard in front of Derek Fisher, who singled and scored the only run of the ball game to this point.
Right back at you, a little cutter right over your head. They know he's going to be around the plate. He tries to paint here and there, but for the most part, he throws a lot of strikes.
So Fisher 1 for 1. Springer on deck. And he'll take a called strike at 89. Doug Fister bidding for an opportunity to be that third starter, which is certainly up for grabs for the Red Sox come postseason play after Sale and Pomeranz. See what's new at Jordan's Furniture and Shop now to get up to 72 months no interest with equal payments and no minimum on all brand name furniture and mattresses. Shop in store or online at jordans.com. Fister, in fact, has been very good in the postseason in his career. As a starter, he's 4-1. ERA of 1.78.
It's been kind of crazy, though. Last night, you'd think Erod would, was a front runner, right? And all of a sudden, he has a game like that. You have second thoughts. Porcello with a couple of appearances, you have second thoughts there. This was a lock. Fister, the way he was throwing those 4 starts in a row, we thought this is the guy. Still might be.
But the last couple, not nearly as effective. Pretty sharp so far tonight. Right past him. This time Fisher goes down hacking.
Amica Insurance, great service, great coverage, and a great price for auto, home, or life insurance. Looks like a high cut fastball that time that he gets by. The uppercut swing of Fisher. Here's that little cut right there. As you wanted it down and in, it stayed upstairs, but still got the good result.
Thank goodness it stayed up there, I guess.
Yeah.
Huh?
So Springer has walked and grounded back to the pitcher. It wasn't that long ago that the Astros were really getting kicked around. Go back to a Sports Illustrated cover in 2014, and the caption was, with Springer on the cover, your 2017 World Series champs. That prediction 3 years ago. Behind the bag, Devers across the diamond. Low throw, nice dig by Moreland. Down to second base, Gurriel with 2 away.
Well, that's a saver right there by Moreland. I thought Devers might go to second base on this, but he had really no intentions of doing so. As soon as he backhands the ball, he has to stop and go back a little bit. And then look at the pick at first base by Moreland.
Lucky that's just a little short pick. That ball's down the right field line. We are in trouble.
Yeah, I tell you what a great feeling it is to make a throw to first base and know you got a guy down there that can pick the ball out of the dirt. You're not afraid to let it loose.
I said Devers kind of chastising himself there.
I think he had to play at second base. I really do.
So that'll bring up Bregman. There's been trouble for Fister, a double and a base hit. Here's the RBI single that brought in Fisher for the 1-0 lead. A little extra on that corner. That has been the case tonight. The Astros have all 4 hits in the game. High and tight.
He has not been afraid to throw the ball inside to right-handed hitters, especially the big boys.
You want that guy leading off the next inning, Altuve. Fister doesn't want him swinging in this inning. There's a shot driven high and deep to left field. Back it goes. It is gone. It's a home run. Boy, Bregman's having some series. He homered last night. He's done it again here tonight.
That's a mistake right there. Doubling up inside fastballs. Just started talking about throwing the big boys inside. Well, this guy's not a big boy, but he hits it like a big boy.
Yeah.
Fastball middle.
Number 19 on the season for Bregman. He's already got all 3 RBIs in this game. You know, you got to go back to the play before, and I hate to keep hopping on it, but to me, I just thought Devers should have went to second base, and they might have had a double play. I mean, I don't know if the double play was possible, but certainly get the lead man. It doesn't matter with the home run now, but the fact is, I mean, they could have been possibly out of the inning.
Downing ball by Altuve. Devers has that, and in time to get him. But Pfister allows the home run to make it 3-0 Houston. Like a prediction to me right now, all the Red Sox need is a base runner to start. They haven't had one yet.
Yeah, how about a base hit, you know?
Yeah, how about a little Stretch Johnson here?
Take anything at this point. A bunt single against Charlie Morton, who's been dealing.
He's got that hot fastball that sinks sometimes, and then that sweeping breaking ball and a little circle change that he features just occasionally.
Mookie 0 for 1 with a ground into third, and he does it again here, scooped up by Bregman.
Tomorrow morning on Dining Playbook, Billy and Jenny check out a brand new hotel in the Seaport District. Plus, Jenny tries out CrossFit. Check it all out on Dining Playbook tomorrow morning at 9, driven by your New England Chevy dealers.
CrossFit. They got all kind of stuff now that you can do. I mean, they got all kind of programs, right?
Yeah, you got to sweat though. You know, that's all there is to it. I don't care what you're doing, you got to sweat.
Got to sweat. Moreland's 0 for 1. He's grounded to the shortstop. 13 in a row retired by Morton to start his ball game tonight. A lot of strike one.
And you give up on that breaking ball, don't you? It just stops.
Yeah, it starts out in the right-handed hitter's batter's box, and you know you quit on it, and it just comes back and picks up the outside corner.
Overshift around to the right on Moreland. Goes to the left, and that one's going to drop in for a hit. Up against the wall very quickly. He wants second base. Gonzalez with the throw will not get him. So the Red Sox finally have a base runner, and it's a double by Moreland to the opposite field.
Now, Red Sox fans, it's finally something to cheer about. Opposite field double here for Moreland. After the breaking ball, he gets the fastball. See all that green grass out there in left field, and it's slicing away from Gonzalez. By the time he tracks it down, Moreland in a second base in scoring position.
I was getting worried there for a second. You know, I'll tell you, he didn't get it right away. Because, you know, Moreland doesn't run that well, but Mitchie got his 2 bags right there.
Yeah, plus when that ball hit the wall, it just kind of died out there. It didn't really bounce back to Gonzalez.
But a really nice doubles year for him, 33. So Hanley Ramirez will be next. Red Sox now trying to get on the board, down 3-0.
They got to get something on the board this inning. It's been too quiet.
And they struck out in the second. He's always hit Houston particularly well. There's a ground ball picked off by Bregman. Moreland hustled back to second. And Hanley out at first base, 2 away.
You see Moreland, man, scampering back to second base.
He was lucky, you know, because Altuve didn't get right to the bag. Because had Altuve got to the bag, they might have had him.
Yeah, you're right.
See where Altuve is? He's not there. And the third baseman, Bregman, was looking at him.
Looking for it.
And he's got no way to throw the ball, so he had to go to first base.
Well, Bregman, is he busy tonight or what? 3 RBIs and making all the plays.
God, what an awful feeling that is for Moreland. I mean, you know, thank goodness for him that Altuve couldn't get to the bag in time.
He was scuffling back there.
So 2 away. Devers now. He's flied out to center. Toward the alley. On the move. Springer's going to play it off the wall. That's going to bring in a run. Devers to second. He slides in and hangs onto the bag. An RBI double, and the Sox are on the scoreboard. That'll make it 3-1.
You said it, Jerry. It's time to score.
Yeah, they had to do something. Too quiet. You know, game 3-0, well pitched on both sides, and you had to make some noise. It's a changeup that time, and a pretty good one. A changeup down and away from Devers, and he just goes right with the pitch. That ball's going to slice away from Springer in center field and going to be off that wall. So the Red Sox do break the ice and get on the board. There's Moreland with 2 outs. I mean, he's going on contact, no problem. Can run backwards and score.
The 2 doubles in the inning, the first 2 hits of the night for the Red Sox off Morton. Sense of Sandy Leon, who whiffed his first time up, 0 for 1.
I'll tell you what, pretty good pitch by Morton. That changeup dipped a little bit. He stayed on it. That's a great sign from Devers.
Yeah, didn't try to pull it.
It snapped an 0 for 15 for Raphael. And a 1-0. Boy, a base hit here could be huge. Leon's been scuffling with the bat. 226. Opportunity to bring in that second run, and with 2 out. One and 2.
I wouldn't like facing that pitch right there. I'll tell you what. It didn't like curveballs in the first place. And when you got one that's like this and is dipping like that, going down and in, that's in the blind spot for a left-handed hitter right there.
Leon has trouble with breaking balls. I think he guesses sometimes and right out of the hand.
May get it again.
He did. Well, you see that first swing, you say, why not, right? Throw it again.
Davis would be next. Two down, a man at second. A run in finally for the Sox. 1-2. Right over the shoelaces.
The Sox fans, for the final home game of the season, you can bring the whole family to Fenway Park with a family 4-pack. You get 4 tickets, 4 Fenway Franks, and 4 fountain sodas, courtesy of Aramark. Go to redsox.com/family 4-pack to get this great deal now.
Devers at second, 2 down on the 2-2. And in there, strike 3. To retire the side. Red Sox settle for the 1, but finally break through against Charlie Morton. Line. It's brought to you by Ace Ticket. Through 3 earned runs, 5 hits with 4 Ks. He said 69 pitches. The Red Sox do have an active bullpen, and it's David Price, who did not pitch last night. John Farrell said he was available to, but the score dictated not using him. Tonight might be a very different story. Carlos Correa lead things off here already the 6th inning. He was indicating a bunt and got a curveball. He has struck out twice in the 1st and again in the 3rd.
And he has crowded him a lot, not because he's trying to crowd him with his breaking ball, but the first 2 times up he's punched him out on a sinker and a fastball frozen.
He's got a thinking in there too, doesn't he? Threw him that cutter down and away, and that's not the kind of swing you usually see Correa have.
The 1-1 off speed.
That's been a good pitch.
Really has, and to a right-hander.
Got to wait all day on it. 74 miles an hour.
He'll slip that cheese by you. Don't watch it. Here it comes again.
Outside.
Away.
I've tried it there, but at times close to that's been a strike tonight.
He's in his head right now. After punching out twice, looking, swinging at one, looking at the other. Got him.
Got him again. Foul tip to the mid and held by Leon. He has struck out an outstanding hitter 3 times.
And beat him on this fastball inside, didn't he?
Yep.
I mean, he's thinking breaking ball, and he swings at the fastball. Looked like 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, the way he took a swing at that pitch, there's no way he expected another pitch inside.
It's the 6th time this season that Correa has struck out 3 times, but here comes John Farrell.
He's looking around like, I just punched out Correa 3 times, and they're going to hook me here.
For Price.
For Price. Hello.
Well, it's a different game with David Price, isn't it?
This is like a playoff game is what it is.
Yeah, that's how Farrell's playing it. That was a heck of a job by Pfister.
Yeah, that Bregman broke his heart tonight.
Yeah, the 2-run homer, 3 RBIs off it, but Pfister done for the evening. Price is coming on. 3-1 Houston. We'll have more in just a moment. So with 1 down after Pfister strikes out Correa for the 3rd time, John Farrell brings in David Price, who tossed an inning and a 3rd perfect baseball, striking out 3 out of 4 Wednesday in the win against Toronto. Into left field, but there's Benintendi as it hangs up, and there are 2 down. So he has now gone 6 1/3 out of the bullpen in what is now a 4th relief outing, and he has struck out 9. He's allowed just 3 hits, and he hasn't walked but one man.
He's done exactly what they want him to do, and they want that to continue into the postseason. Tonight, taking out Fister, who threw the ball pretty well. You know, Bregman took him deep. That was about the extent of it, and then he punches out Correa, is out of the game.
It strikes me we may be watching kind of an audition for how John Farrell means to manage maybe a Doug Fister start with David Price come the postseason.
Oh, without question. There's no question about it. Hoping to get 2, maybe 3 out of David Price.
Gaddis is 0 for 2. He's grounded to short and lined out to third. In there for a strike. 0-2.
He's bound to have better velocity coming out of the bullpen, but he's had some finesse pitches working too.
He's been hitting 98 occasionally on a radar gun out of the pen. 3-1 Houston, and a busted bat rolled foul. So Gaddis needs a new one.
The fastball this time at about 93 miles an hour that stayed out over the plate but just splinters the bat.
Gaddis with good pop. Base is empty. And the 0-2. Beltran on deck. And we are into the 6th inning. A night where the Red Sox can win the American League East by beating Houston. It's that simple.
Backdoor Johnson here, huh?
Wouldn't offer. And the count 2-2.
Close, but just a little bit outside. That's been the side of the plate tonight that a lot of pitches have been called strikes, but this one not quite close enough.
Yeah, that was never a strike. Well, he breaks down that stance, doesn't he?
Wow. The size of his legs. My goodness.
2-2. Gaddis, the guy's had a fascinating life. Bounced around, a lot of different jobs. Ski lift operator, a janitor, a valet. Left baseball for a while. He battled alcoholism, very open about it, and depression. Returned and came back with the Atlanta Braves. 3-2 pitch. Down he goes, strike 3.
Change up.
Price once again outstanding out of the bullpen. 3-1 Houston. Perks. You can earn a free beverage when you enroll and speed past the line with on-the-go ordering. DD Perks. Everyone deserves an upgrade. Download the Dunkin' app today. Not everybody needs coffee. Speeding past the line may not be possible at all locations.
Guys had some coffee tonight. Or more, maybe something other than coffee.
Enjoying his time at Fenway. 3-1. The Astros have the lead as we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning, and that's up the middle. It'll sweep through for a base hit. Rajai Davis, fastest man in the ballpark, is on with a single.
I didn't wait around very long. Jumped on that very first pitch to take it right by Morton and pick up the base hit. Two-seamer that came back to the middle of the plate. And Rajai jumps all over right under the glove and the dive of Altuve.
29 stolen bases. Will he be running here? Xander Bogaerts will dig in. 0 for 2 tonight. The Sox did not have a hit in the first 4 innings. Did not have a base runner until there was 1 out in the 5th when Moreland doubled. 1 batter later, Devers drove him in with a double. Now Davis with a single.
Yeah, right. You know, Morton doesn't give you a lot to work with over there at first base. He's not extremely fast to the plate, but quick enough.
Just hope you pick a breaking ball to run on, but this guy, because he throws so hard.
Well, you would think real postseason value because of Davis's ability to steal. He dives back in here. Red Sox still trying to pin down the division. Another dive in.
I always talk about diving to the back part of the bag, the outfield side of the bag, and the reason for that is you want that tag from the first baseman to be a little bit longer. Sometimes that makes the difference.
If I throw over there 4 times, are you finally not going to go? If I
no, not against you yet. You had the high leg kick.
Not running. That one's socked down the line. That's going to be a fair ball. That's going to get to the bottom of the wall on 1 hop. There goes Davis flying into third. He'll stop there. It'll be a double for Xander Bogaerts. Well, he really has taken to that leadoff spot.
Yeah, he has 8 straight games now for Bogaerts, and this is big. This is really big. 2 men in scoring position with nobody out. Tried to sneak that fastball by him inside, but that time Xander cleans it out.
Yeah, don't tell me Davis doesn't have something to do with this fastball. You know, you try to hurry up. Hasn't been in the stretch all that long. He's thrown over there twice, misses location, and Bogaerts makes him pay.
Second and third, nobody out. Infield back. Pedroia 0 for 2.
Now here's where Dustin obviously wants to tie the ball game up with a base hit. But if you're going to make an out in a situation, or you know, you're not thinking about making an out, but if you do, you want it to be to the right side. Score that man at third base, advance the runner to second to third base with less than 2 outs.
He's the perfect guy for it.
Yep.
The 1-0. A strike.
Tough pitch outside corner. It looked like Dustin, the way he was stepping, was thinking middle in.
Not much you could do with that. That ball's hot on the corner.
Davis at third, Bogaerts at second. So very good speed on the bases. And the 1-1. Line foul.
Trying to go the other way with that swing, without question. Now with 2 strikes, forget about all that. Just try to make contact, see where it goes.
Benintendi on deck. 3-1 Houston. And Morton with a 1-2. And he does go to the right side. Altuve will lob on to get him as the run comes in to score, and the Red Sox are within 1. And Bogaerts into third.
Well, I tell you what, I thought Morton did him a favor throwing him a breaking ball.
That was a really good job by Pedroia, because you know he's got 2 strikes, very protective mode. just gets in a situation where he's trying to make contact, does make the contact, gets the run home, gets the man to third base. I mean, he's completely, I mean, you know, the backside's gone. He's just making contact, and we get a pitching change.
That's all he was trying to do. Like you said, that's what he wanted.
Yep.
Especially with 2 strikes. I mean, he'll take anything.
So Pedroia will pick up his 62nd RBI. Good hitting there. A.J. Hinch out to get the ball from Morton. This is all about the time of the year, isn't it? Because there's no way in August or July he's coming out of the ball game.
No.
Liriano coming in, and we'll have more in a moment. Liriano to Benintendi, goes after the very first pitch and comes up empty. The Red Sox have a run in, and Bogart's at third. Liriano, who was acquired from Toronto at the trade deadline, they're using him out of the bullpen. He's made 18 starts this year. The 3rd time in his career he was traded at the deadline.
Hard breaking ball. He just saw it that first pitch. Again, corner.
Well, this is interesting. They got the infield in. Now they're up a run. Now look at the third baseman, Bregman, where he's playing. He's almost holding on Bogart so he won't run on contact. He's going to stand real close, and then he's going to bounce out a little bit.
0-2 pitch. Stopped by Gaddis. The other thing to keep in mind, pass ball, a wild pitch would tie the ball game.
See the block here. That ball bounces back to him. That's a nice piece of blocking there. Pretty agile for a big boy.
1 man out. A 1-2. And down he goes. He strikes out for the 2nd time tonight.
Just a load of breaking balls that time from Liriano to Benintendi, and makes quick work of him. Now 2 outs. The infield can go back to the breaking ball, down and away.
All 4 breaking balls. That's not a strike, but it's hard to lay off of.
Well, they're going to put on Mookie Betts. They're going to walk him intentionally and go after another left-hand hitter in Moreland. And this is Brent Strom, the pitching coach, coming out to discuss matters with Liriano. This certainly has the feel of a playoff game, doesn't it?
It really does.
In every way it can.
We'll see how they line up defensively. You already see Altuve in right field.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll put the shift on.
Right. I mean, it's breaking balls.
Yeah, lefty against lefty.
Remember when he doubled in the 5th inning, he didn't pull it. He went to left.
Yeah, it was a fastball that he took the other way, but you know he's going to get breaking balls.
Now Gaddis out in front of home plate giving signals if there is an attempt to steal where he's going to throw the ball, whether he's going to throw through.
They are playing him to pull galore. Look at that. I mean, Correa is way over, and you see Altuve out in right field, and he's throwing sliders.
Bregman almost on top of the bag at third.
Yeah,
again.
it's like
Look
he's
at that.
holding him on.
Oh.
And he missed. That's been a strike tonight.
Yeah.
Yep.
He kind of flinched back there, the umpire.
Andy Fletcher.
Yeah, Mr. Fletcher flinched almost, didn't he?
Either that or his knee gave way.
Xander Bogaerts 90 feet away from tying it. That's not running, and that's going to miss for ball 2. Another one very close.
You know, no guarantee he's going to get a fastball here 2-0.
Right.
Not with that breaking ball that Liriano's got.
Chris Davinsky, right-hander in the bullpen. Sox have already brought David Price into the ball game, and he's come out firing. The 2-0. Checked his swing, and that's ball 3. They do appeal and no swing, said Joe West.
Yeah, finally threw him a breaking ball. He held up.
Yeah, not even close to being a swing.
Not the end of the world for them if he walks Moreland with Davinsky out there facing Ramirez next.
Hanley on deck. 2 down, the 3-0. There goes Betts. That's a strike. Here's the throw down.
Wow.
Boy, that was dangerous. Scooped up runner holding at third base.
I'm surprised they even threw it down to second base. I really am.
He had second thoughts. He didn't just get bounced out of there throwing. He sort of took his sweet time. Bad throw. Good catch there by Correa.
Yeah, Correa saved the run. Mookie like stopped and started again on the way to second base, like he was looking to see what was going to happen.
Tell you what, Correa can really play.
Yeah, backhanded play, saved the run.
I mean, my goodness.
So 2 men in scoring position. Good count for Moreland. Here's the 3-1. And he takes ball 4, so that's going to load up the bases. And let's see what A.J. Hinch does here.
Davinsky.
They'll go to the bullpen and bring on a right-hander for Hanley. And the wheels are turning here at Fenway. The Sox have the bases loaded, down a run, and we'll have more in just a moment. Pitching line brought to you by Lexus, inviting you to see, hear, feel, and experience amazing. He came out in a game that feels like October baseball, only because it's like October baseball. Otherwise, he's still in the game. See Verlander, their relatively new acquisition. We will not see in this series, coming over to chat with him. The Red Sox have the bases loaded and a new pitcher, big right-hander Chris Davinsky. He has 8 relief wins.
He's been very valuable to them. You look at the innings there, the appearances, the innings, the punch-outs, batting average, big fastball, and a great changeup. That's what's happening here.
And so is Hanley Ramirez. He's happening here too. No place to put him, and 2 down in a 1-run game. And he'll take a strike at 95.
Well, that was a launch ball right there.
It was. He took a peek at him.
I mean, that's right in Hanley's wheelhouse.
Coming back to you. Bale and Whale, Bridge, Johnson, slam.
Which the Red Sox do not have.
Yes.
Only team in the majors without a grand slam. One and one. Now, of course, Bregman is well off of third base, so Xander's really taking liberties on that last pitch. He came almost halfway down the line toward home plate.
Well, anything that gets away from the catcher, you've got to make sure you're down that line and then get back in fair territory.
When are we going to see that changeup? Is it this pitch?
Oh, what a swing.
Ooh, up out of the zone. We know the last changeup he saw from Estrada, he hit a bomb on. This ball up out of the zone. Can't get there.
One and two. Bogarts at third, Betts at second, Moreland at first.
Boy, you beat him with a high fastball. How do you throw him a changeup? I don't know. But this kid's got a great one. Haven't seen it yet.
Up the middle, but there's Correa. He flips onto Altuve, and the Astros get out of the inning with only one more run. 3-2 Houston at the end of 6. Should a team celebrate a postseason berth when they can still win the division? I have a feeling not many like that idea. 81% of you say no. Underway here in the 7th. Well, the Red Sox missed a chance for some more. And the bases loaded, could not bring in an additional run, so it remains 3-2 Houston. Carlos Beltran, switch hitter, batting from the right side against David Price.
You know, you go back to small things in the game that don't make the storyline, but the play that Correa made at shortstop on the attempted steal saved a run.
Oh, yeah.
Could have been a tie ball game.
Should have never thrown the ball.
I didn't think they were going to throw through it all.
Beltran is flying out to right and center.
Hasn't hit very well right-handed this year.
Yeah, just 229 overall. It's that one hard. Knocked down, but it rolls behind Devers. Now he has no play. So Beltran will be safe at first base to lead off the 7th inning.
That hurts right there. Backhanded attempt here by Devers. You know, one thing I like to see from him, and I think it'll happen as time goes on, is to play a little bit lower at third base. You know, he's kind of a stand-up third baseman. And sometimes when you're up high like that, it's a lot more difficult to get down on those ground balls.
Yeah, you got to reach down.
Well, 14 errors in 56 games. On that E5, and that'll bring up Gurriel, who has singled, and he has also struck out. 3-2 Astros. It's been such a well-played defensive game to this point. Really on both sides. Gurriel coming to the United States from Cuba. Played a year in Japan before signing with the Astros.
Got away with that cutter up.
That's Carson Smith warming up in the Sox pen. Beltran at first base and nobody out. And he popped him up and playable for Moreland. And one man gone. Time for a game break now, brought to you by Jordan's, the furniture store of the Boston Red Sox. Here's our man TC. Tom, thank you very much. Back at Fenway, Dave O'Brien, Jerry Remy, Dennis Eckersley, and Garen Austin with you. As the Astros lead at 3-2, they're trying to win their 100th game of the season here tonight. Fisher's gone 1 for 2. He had a base hit, scored the first run back in the 3rd. That was off of Doug Fister. He pitched into the 6th inning, gave up 3 runs, 5 hits.
You'll take that after the last 3 or 4 nights.
No question. Heck, just getting through the first inning without a run.
That was a big inning.
Although he was right on that line after walking a double to start the night against him. But he got through it. And again, maybe the first real indication that we've had that John Farrell intends to use Fister as that number 3 starter, with David Price right behind him out of the bullpen come the playoffs. In there for a called strike.
You're not going to go lefty-lefty, you know, with the Pomerantz and obviously Sale.
Of course, that's one possibility with Fister as the 3, or you bring the right-hander in between them. And a 1-2 to Fister, or to Fisher, and he gets a piece and flicks it foul.
Back up to 95 with that fastball up and away from Price.
Yeah, that's the hardest ball he's thrown.
Been about 93 consistently, that time 95.
Springer on deck. And a 1-2 to the number 9 hitter.
You let him face Springer, Jerry?
Yeah, I think so. Let's see what happens here first.
Just looking ahead.
Beltran aboarded first on the error. And a cut and a miss, and down he goes.
He likes throwing changeups to left-handed hitters. That was nasty. You don't see it all that often, but watch this ball. Okay, changeup, dips at the end.
He's had, a couple of appearances I've seen him pitch. I mean, he's had great control with all of his pitches. Doing exactly what he wants with them. Well, here's the matchup.
Springer has walked, grounded to the mound, and also grounded to third. Two down. Strike one on Springer is 34 home runs.
Sunday at 2:30, don't miss Red Sox Game Day Live presented by DCU. TC and Tim Wakefield will preview the Red Sox matchup in the postseason. DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you?
Price was not happy with that last pitch. He left it up high.
That's a strike.
That's a beautiful strike right there. Just getting the inside corner up high.
Yeah, that's when he's tough. When he's throwing hard fastballs in on right-handed hitters, I mean, they can't get there. Opens up so many things.
This is such a tough club to strike out. Springer only strikes out 17.6% of the time. But here's the 0-2.
I should have said it, but that's what I was thinking. Backdoor cutter. Didn't exactly go backdoor, but it was a cutter.
Well, Price has faced this guy 16 times. Springer has 4 hits, but Price has also struck him out 9 times. This crowd would like a whiff right here.
Fastball away.
Popped him up instead. Here comes Betts. Long run. Mookie pulls up now, makes the play in fair ground. Not many right fielders get to that ball. Outstanding play. 3-2 Houston in the middle of the 7th. This presentation of Red Sox Astros on NESN is brought to you by Amica Insurance. Cool night here at Fenway, but 59 degrees, bottom half of the 7th inning, and a tight one. On a night where the Red Sox are trying to clinch the American League East, they're down by a run. Devenski staying on to pitch to Rafael Devers, who doubled in a run in the 5th inning. He chased in Moreland, who had also doubled. Those were the first 2 hits of the night for the Sox. Devenski 6'3", about 215 pounds. More activity in the pen now for the Red Sox. Addison Reed starting to get going. Once again, David Price has been exceptional out of the bullpen. Popped up, and a play for Gurriel.
Now this Sunday, it's the season finale of Nesson Clubhouse. We're looking back at the best plays, players, and moments of the season, even the best of Wally. Catch it Sunday afternoon at 1:30 on Nesson Clubhouse, presented by Delta Dental of Massachusetts.
So 1 man gone, Sandy Leon will get in. I thought for a moment that when John Farrell did make the pitching change and took Pfister out of the game, that maybe he might go to Vasquez behind the plate. He's been so hot with the bat.
Yeah, I think if there was a left-hander out there right now, you'd probably see that move.
Oh, yeah.
Sandy 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts. Of course, the Red Sox are carrying 3 catchers these days with Blake Swihart. Here's the 0-1. Davis on deck. Sox have been held to 4 hits, but the Astros only have 5. One and 2.
This guy's got a healthy fastball. You saw the changeup that Devers popped up.
It was like a double stopper.
Curveball, whatever, slider.
Well, right now, Drew Pomerantz is scheduled to pitch tomorrow afternoon at 1:05 against Lance McCullers. And tonight may well dictate that.
Ooh, there it is again.
Yeah.
It's like it stops twice.
3 and 2.
It's a good one. He jumps at you.
And the payoff pitch to Sandy. Wave and a miss.
How about that?
The fans for the 3rd time.
Don't miss WB Mason Extra Innings Live right after the game. TC and Tim Wakefield will break down the game, and you'll hear from Doug Pfister and John Farrell. Whatever, whenever, wherever, who but WB Mason?
2 up, 2 down. Red Sox 7th inning for Rajai Davis, who singled and scored back in the 6th. He's 1 for 2. And Rajai will take strike 1. He's always had a little bit of power. Pretty strong. And one of the best base stealers in the game.
Back-to-back slider. That one, no chance. Slider for a strike, and then goes way off the plate. Has him way out front. Can't reach that.
Bogarts would be next. Base is empty. And Devenski with the 0-2 pitch. He got him to chase well outside the zone, and he struck him out. Devenski sailing through the 7th inning. Starting to get late here. Go to the 8th. 3-2 Houston. Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Ford Trucks, built Ford tough. The official truck of the Boston Red Sox. McDonald's, any McCafe muffin with any size coffee, just $1.99. And by Digital Federal Credit Union. See what DCU can save you. To the 8th. Astros 3, Red Sox 2. Been a very well pitched game with some excellent defense, not a lot of runs. Addison Reed trying to keep that trend moving along. He tossed a scoreless 8th inning on Wednesday in the victory against Toronto. Well, Bergman will lead things off here. He has doubled, singled, and homered. Alex Bregman has been a real pain in the neck because he also homered last night. 2-run homer in the 5th inning. And Reed's first one will be taken for strike 1.
There's a fastball here by Fister that he just left out over the plate. He's trying to throw that ball inside, and he cleaned it out. That's 2 nights in a row.
So he has 19. And they bat him second. Right between Springer and Altuve, who is on deck. And a roller foul. That is Will Harris in their bullpen. And Jose Altuve waiting his turn. He's been quiet so far tonight. Little flare. Here comes Benintendi on to run that down. 1 away in the 8th.
Get expert emergency care without leaving the ballpark at the Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center First Aid Station, located behind Section 12 on the lower concourse. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Visit bidmc.org.
Altuve's grounded out 3 times, so 0 for 3. He's not only reached 200 hits 4 years in a row, he's going to make history by becoming the first major league player ever to lead his league in hits 4 straight years. And with his next double, he'll become the major's first ever 200 hit, 40 double, 30 steal player in 4 separate years. Popped up. Is there a play here back toward the netting? Nope, it's off into the box seats. And it's 0-2. This is just over the last 4 years now, all of these hits. He has been a hitting machine for the Astros and a very, very popular player in Houston. And Astros fans have made the trek to Fenway. And the 0-2. Routine ground ball. Bogarts will hoover that up and set him down. And he is 0 for 4. Let's get on to Garen.
So, Buell, Red Sox fans can help those impacted by Hurricane Harvey by bidding on special baskets. Now, these baskets contain autographed items as well as some of the players' favorite things. All of the proceeds benefit the Houston Area Food Bank as well as Habitat for Humanity. And guys, the players that I talked to, so they had so much fun putting these baskets together with their wives and their girlfriends. And it's really such a unique way to raise money. To bid on your favorite player's basket, all you have to do is visit redsox.com/Harvey. Guys.
All right, Garen, thank you very much. Here's Correa, who's had an unusual night. He's been outstanding defensively. He's a terrific hitter, but the Red Sox have struck him out 3 times.
Yeah, that's unusual. And, you know, he did make a very good defensive play on, you know, what looked like a nothing play, a steal of second base.
But the kind of power this kid has at shortstop reminds me of really A-Rod. You know, he's hurt, but missed a long time. And you see the numbers he's got. Missed over a month, didn't he?
Yeah, he was out, and yet 84 runs batted in.
This kid, man, may end up hitting 40 one year.
He's on DL with a torn ligament in his left thumb. But he came back from that with a vengeance. Here's the 3-0. taking all the way. Sox will have the top of the order due up in the bottom of this 8th inning. It'll be Bogaerts, Pedroia, Benintendi. Ran it inside and he walked him. So Correa's on for the first time with 2 down.
Sunday at 2, don't miss Red Sox first pitch, presented by Joseph Abood. Available at Men's Warehouse. TC and Tim Wakefield will have the Red Sox plays of the year.
What would be number one for you guys? I know for me that Pedroia play in Arlington, the ricochet off the bricks, and he got the out at first base. That's number one for me.
And then the Jackie catches, right? A couple of them.
When he robbed Judge in a home run.
Yeah, that was pretty good play.
There was also a triple play. So a lot to choose from. Here's Gonzalez. He's got 0 for 3.
That triple play was pretty simple. A guy runs at the speed of stink, right? All you had to do was touch third, throw to second. Who was the guy that was running? Oh, it was Molina.
Was it?
Right? Was it Molina?
Was it Molina?
St. Louis, I think.
Yeah, he's pretty slow.
Yes.
The Molinas were not noted for speed.
He's faster than his other brother.
He's
though.
the fast one.
He was the fast
and he's
one.
really slow.
Right.
Remember, his brother Benji hit for the cycle here at Fenway Park. Remember that crazy bounce at the 420 mark?
They got the triple last time up.
That gets by Leon, and runner's going to advance to second base. Correa.
He hit it off the top of the fence, right? You see that?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, carrying back toward left field.
And then he pull a hammy on the triple.
I think he pulled a couple of hammies.
Yeah, I think he had to come out.
He came out after he got the cycle.
There's going to be a pass ball on Sandy Leon.
This ball kind of cut on him.
They're going to walk. Gonzalez right now with first base open.
Maybe a wise choice the way he's been swinging the bat. Even though he's hitless tonight, he's been tearing the cover off it. He was 12 for 20 coming into this one. So it'll be first and second for Gaddis with 2 down, a 1-run game in the 8th. Red Sox need to win the division tonight.
This Gaddis dead red. What is the white bear? The white bear hit some cheese. Last time up, Price got him on a changeup.
Low for ball 1.
Bears love cheese.
Correa at second, Gonzalez at first. Hard hit. Devers with a nice snag, throws. Did he hold it? Yes, got him. Nice play by Pedroia as well.
Great play by Pedroia.
To lean out towards center field to haul in the throw, and that will retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 3-2 Houston. Red Sox baseball on NESN is sponsored by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Now, a couple of changes here for Houston. Whole new battery, in fact. Juan Santana is the catcher, and Will Harris is the new pitcher. 3-2, a 312 earned run average. He's a strike thrower.
Been on DL a couple of times this year with the bad shoulder.
They tell me he's lost his velocity a little bit. See a breaking ball first pitch.
Xander Bogaerts 1 for 3 with a double. Pedroia on deck here in the 8th. And a strike.
Not too bad.
On his last 16 games, Xander, well, leading off, is hitting .333, scored 18 runs. On base percentage of .455. Kimbrel up in the pen.
This is as good as Bogey's looked since the start of the year.
I would agree.
The move to put him into that #1 spot has done him a world of good. 1-2. Looked like he went. Yes, he did.
Yes.
On a pitch down to the dirt. He's rung up by Hunter Wendelstedt, and that is strike 3.
He's got to be mad at himself because he holds up. He can hold up with the best of them, but I don't think he held up here. Curveball in the dirt, never even got there. He threw the head at it.
Get a better look from this angle right here, and
it's close.
Yeah, that's very close.
Because he's good at it. He's really good at holding up. That's why he's mad.
Pedroia 0 for 3, but does have an RBI and a ground out in the 6th inning.
Pedroia showed up in this game twice. Last inning, making that force out at second. That was a nice play to touch the, hold on to the bag.
yeah, he had to go to the left field side of the bag and keep contact with it to get the force out.
Sunday, Chris Sale, if necessary. And the 2-0. Looked to check and did. And the count goes to 3-0. Back to that play at second.
Looks like it's going to be like a routine force out at second base from the knees. It throws a little bit off target, but contact with the bag and the catch.
Not playing with a perfect knee over there either.
Taking all the way 3-1.
Nice play by Devers, really.
Yeah, it was. Going to his left, diving, and from the knees making the throw.
Yeah, on a hot smash. Benintendi on deck. And he walked him. So Petey's on here with 1 down in front of Benintendi.
Pinch runner for Pedroia as Brock Holt. Looks like Brock Holt's coming out to run for Pedroia.
NESN will bring you 1 hour pregame and postgame coverage for every playoff game. Soxtober on NESN, presented by buyatoyota.com, Toyota's website for deals. Benintendi has been silenced so far tonight. He's 0 for 3. He looks at strike 1. And Mookie Betts lurking on deck.
See, that ball had late cut on it.
Astros up by 1 in the 8th. Third baseman all by himself on that left side as that one is up and in. They really moved Bregman over almost halfway down to second, but he's all by himself.
Outfield a little bit deeper than they normally would be. They don't want that man to score on a gapper from first base.
Brock Holt at first. And a 1-1 pitch. He takes a strike.
Now with 2 strikes, they're going to move Correa back to the left of second base. Not going to go into that full shift.
Harris is 1-2. He strikes out 91 on the 4-seamer to get him, and been a long night for Benintendi. 0 for 4, 3 Ks.
Yeah, chase the ball a lot of time up and out of the strike zone. Again, that little cutter. That's going to be about shoulder high.
Yeah, you don't see this too often. This ball never was a strike. A little too aggressive. Shoved a couple balls inside. He was looking inside and swung at a ball up.
So here comes Mookie. Last time they walked him intentionally and he stole a base. He's gone 0 for 2. Twice he's grounded to third. And he looks at a strike. Tell you one thing the Astros staff has done to a man all night. They have thrown strike 1. They have worn that out. Big hole on the right side. Here's the 0-1. Off the edge.
Mookie's been up in so many big spots, especially over the long road trip that they were on. Big hits.
And then took over the game Sunday in Cincinnati and won it. Bounced up there. There goes the runner. Here's the throw. He slides. He's out.
He thinks he's in, but I think they got him.
Now the Sox may review this. Yeah, John Farrell's thinking about it right here.
Let's take a look. High throw. Tags coming down.
Oh,
just out.
God, that is close.
I think he's just out.
And the Red Sox will not challenge the play. That is out number 3. Wait a minute. Are they going to go to it? Yes, they are going to. And John Farrell has decided he is going to challenge this, but
on my first look, it looked like the tag came on the calf just before the foot got to the bag. Now that's on the one angle we looked at. Take another look. I still think it got the calf.
Yeah, remember they called him out, so you got to really, can't see there. You get the center field camera. This is it right here.
Yeah.
The Astros are coming off the field. They are very confident that
his spike's not in yet.
Yeah.
No, he's out.
He's out. That center field camera is the look. Everything else looks.
Yep. They uphold the call, and that is out number 3. I know the crowd doesn't like it, but we got great looks at it, and those are the right calls. Well, don't go anywhere as we stay in the park. inning here at Fenway with Houston still leading at 3-2. The game summary brought to you by Xfinity. Obviously not a lot of scoring. Morton went 5 1/3 as their starter. Same deal with Pfister for the Red Sox. Bregman continues to be all sorts of trouble. 3 for 4 with his 19th home run of the season. And Kimbrel now out of the bullpen. Sox bring on the closer with Beltran the batter. He's gone 0 for 3.
Hasn't been out there in a while. You got to get him out there. This is the 5th day. He hadn't pitched since Sunday.
He has had a great year. 65 appearances, 5-0, 134 earned run average. Pretty much untouchable most of the season.
To me, one of the best years ever.
By a closer.
By a closer.
I agree.
How about that last one, 100 miles an hour?
Oh.
100. Well rested.
Beltran's had such a fine career as he winds it down at the age of 40. Did a lot of home runs as a switch hitter.
This guy's a Hall of Famer to me.
46th all time in homers, 435. He's driven in almost 1,600 runs. And one of the best switch hitters the game has ever seen. Up the middle for a base hit.
Still hits the fastball.
So Beltran is aboard. Let's see if they run for him.
Yeah.
And tomorrow it's an all-new on-course with Andy Brickley. Brick will be hosting a foursome with current Bruins players at Foxwoods. Catch it all tomorrow night at 7. Brought to you by Foxwoods Resort Casino, the resort casino of the Red Sox.
Maben comes in to pinch run. I didn't realize he has 33 stolen bases.
Yeah, he can go. And it wouldn't surprise me to see him go.
Ken Giles active in the bullpen. The leadoff man on in a tight one.
Because you can go on Kimbrel.
Yeah, he's got that.
You just can. That's all there is to it. Yep.
The only thing that makes up the difference is that 99 to 100. But if you can get the proper jump at first base, you can still beat that.
True of most closers, right?
Got a decent move. He picked somebody off here earlier this year. That's a beautiful thing as a closer in the 9th inning, picking somebody up. Oh, couldn't help but ring him up if you do.
Never forget Koji doing it in the World Series in St. Louis. There goes the runner. The throw down. Hit the tag. He is out. Got him.
Wow, what a quick release right there by Leon.
That throws up the inside part of the bag to the second base side is a good tag. But boy, did he get a quick release, didn't he?
He really did. And look at that. You see how the ball's tailing back toward the runner. And Holt's able to make the catch, get the tag. Let's see where the tag goes. On the chest? No, he got some. Yeah.
Oh.
Whoa.
They are going to challenge it.
Yeah. Whoa.
Timeout.
You know, I tell you, did he catch him on the armpit? You know, because his hand gets in if he doesn't catch him. Look at this thing. It looked like he's going to get him right there, but he doesn't put the tag down yet. He hits him in the chest.
I'm afraid that he's going to be called safe.
Yeah.
And he held on to the bag, and Brock Holt leaning over him.
If you don't have a replay of this, because you don't see where he tags him. Looks
No.
like the ball beat him and he tags him, but his arm is reaching out. It's incredible some of these diving plays guys do nowadays.
Yeah, well,
look at that. Look
they're
at
able
this.
to swim around tags, you know, instead of the old straight feet
Yeah.
first tag.
That is incredible.
They're able to swim in the second base.
Yes. He doesn't get the tag on him. That is close. You just don't know when the tag took place.
I think he's safe.
Yeah.
Well, called out. Do they have enough evidence to overturn the call? And they've got to be certain.
I'm surprised Maven even went off the field. It's like he would have known maybe.
Yeah, where did he go?
Where did he go? That's what I'm saying. Normally you would stay there if you thought you were safe. Not that that plays into anything.
He's fast enough. I think he'll make it back out there. Here he is in the dugout, watching like everybody else on the big board, and now they have an answer from New York.
Yeah.
How about that?
I'll take it.
Okay.
I think that was all about just not having enough evidence to be certain to overturn the call. So Sandy Leon with a caught stealing. Boy, huge play.
Huge.
So 1 down, and now the bases are empty. With a count of 1-0 on Gurriel, who's gone 1 for 3. And a strike. This guy's had a good year for doubles, 41 of them, which is 8th in the American League. 33-year-old rookie.
Boy, completely fooled on that breaking ball by Kimbrel.
Can't blame him.
No, you know, you're sitting there thinking about 98, 99, 100, and then he drops that.
Here comes that rising stuff.
And a ground ball to short. Bogaerts gathers guns and gets it. So 2 down. This Red Sox Astros series brought to you by Amica Insurance. We take a look at the projected matchup for tomorrow. Pomerantz against McCullers. Drew would be looking for his 17th win of the season, and McCullers 7-3. He's been knocked around in his last 3. Red Sox can win the American League East tonight. If they can come from behind and win this game, it is theirs. Got to get to the bottom of the 9th inning. Right now 3-2 Houston. Here's Derek Fisher. He's 1 for 3 with a single. Sox will have Dewup, Betts, Moreland, and Hanley Ramirez. 2-0. Giles looks all warmed up and ready to come on. He pitched a scoreless 9th inning last night. And the 2-0 from Kimbrel. He pounds it in there at 98. Three runs on 6 hits for Houston. That's all. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Red Sox with 1 error. Three and 1. Next Thursday, October 5th, don't miss the first Bruins game of the season. The Bees will be home at the TD Garden taking on Nashville. Puck will drop at 7. Select tickets still available. Go to bostonbruins.com/tickets. Springer coming to the on deck area. And a 3-1 pitch to Derek Fisher. The Sox certainly have the man they want leading off in the bottom of the 9th inning in Mookie Betts. Kimbrel trying to end the top of the 9th. And the payoff pitch.
Hey, that's pretty good swings at him. Getting that fastball, fouling it off, making Kimbrel work hard here. Fastball right down the middle. Shoots it off the third base side.
Looks like he's right on it, but he's late.
Yep.
Three-two again. And he got him. He put him away at 99 to retire the side. Mookie Betts about to lead it off as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. 3-2 Astros. Use promo code NESSON for 20% off at Spartan.com. The great folks at Sullivan Tire and Complete Auto Service. New England VA Healthcare, serving those who serve. Visit NESSON.com/veteran to learn more and buy your New England Audi dealers and the 2018 Audi Q5. So here we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Red Sox trying to walk their way off to a division title. And Mookie Betts will lead it off against Giles, the closer, who deals strike one. So Ken Giles out of their bullpen. He has 33 saves and a 2.34 ERA.
Obviously, he's got the big fastball. Just start him off with a little breaking ball and throw him another one.
Rolled foul by Mookie, who's gone 0 for 2 with a walk. Time for the carrying the freight moment, brought to you by Old Dominion.
One of the reasons it's 3-2 is because of that play right there by Carlos Correa. A stolen base by Mookie Betts, but he keeps the ball in the infield, and that makes the runner at third base stay home.
That was a tying run.
That was a tying run right there.
Old Dominion, the official freight carrier of Major League Baseball and the Boston Red Sox. 2 strikes on Betts. Up the middle, but there's Correa with the stab and gets him. One away. For every Red Sox homer, Speedway donates $500 to Boston Children's Hospital. Stop by your local Speedway and pick up any size fountain soda or Speedy Freeze for just 69 cents. And if you're thinking home run, Moreland has homered in each of the last 2 games. Tonight, a double, a walk, and a ground out. 1 down in the 9th. Moved his feet, ball 1.
He's got that 99 too, but hasn't got the same command that Kimbrel has.
Moreland's seen him before. He's doubled off him. Tomorrow's game, 1 o'clock.
Well, he's all geared up for that 99. Didn't get it.
Those are pitches he's been hitting out of the ballpark too. The breaking ball. But that one was down out of the strike zone.
The Sox have received very good pitching tonight. But the Astros so far have been just a little bit better. The 1-1. Now a ball and 2 strikes. Ramirez on deck. And a 1-2 to Mitch Moreland.
These guys with the big arms, you think, it's like Betances. He throws 100 miles an hour, but he ends up throwing breaking balls over half the time.
The 2-2 pitch. Line shot into left, coming on, he makes the catch. Gonzalez was there. 2 down.
Well, it looked like a repeat of the 5th inning when he took a double down that left field side, but this time you can see the positioning right there of Gonzalez. The ball slicing away and sinking a little bit, but he's able to make the catch fairly routinely.
That's all he could do with that pitch. Did the best he could do, bullet to left.
Yep.
So it is up to Hanley Ramirez to try and tie the ball game. He has gone 0 for 3. Last time out, he batted with the bases loaded, and he hit into a fielder's choice to retire the side. 99 on the first one, and it's 0-1. Yankees winning earlier today to pull within 2.5. After tonight, 2 games remaining. Crowd looking for some magic here on a Friday night. Here's the 0-1. 0-2.
Good spots for him. Look at that, back to back.
2 pitches on the outside part of the plate, basically saying, Hanley, if you're going to beat me, you're going to have to beat me to the opposite field.
Those are perfect, absolutely perfect pitches with hair. Does him a favor, throw him a breaking ball, huh, Jerry?
Sure does. Keep the fastball away.
Hanley is 1 for 2 off him in his career. 0-2.
Breaking ball.
That's fair. Down the line, heading up against the wall. Hanley into second base, and he's got himself a double, and the Sox are still breathing tonight.
Yeah, that's really a surprise. You go to the outside part of the plate, you're trying to make him use the big part of the ballpark, and then you try to sneak a breaking ball by him, and Hanley jumps all over it, right down the third base line.
Boy, you hope this is going to be a backbreaker for them, because that's a stupid pitch. That is not a smart pitch at all. Hanley takes advantage of it right down the line. It's an easy double once it gets down there. Now you got Devers to contend with.
And Chris Young out to run for Hanley, representing the tying run. So Hanley does his job. He keeps the Sox breathing. And now comes Devers, the rookie, 1 for 3 with a double tonight. 2 down in the 9th. And a little chopper to Altuve. He's up and over to get him, and that's the ball game. 3-2 the final. The lead is now down to 2 with 2 to play, and the American League East is still up for grabs. And the Red Sox, TC, a very disappointing 1-4 so far on this critical homestand.